can feel it in the air. It's getting colder, but yet so warm. Before we know it, it's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. This year I'ma give me something special. It doesn't cost a dime, but it's precious. Hopes that I won't forget it, then I won't forgive him, no. Been thinking about you and me, another kind of chemistry. I got nothing on my Christmas list but you, but you. I love the snow and I love the scarves, the candles lighting the decor malls. But something's missing. I wonder what. This year I'ma give me something special. It doesn't cost a dime, but it's precious. Hopes that I won't forget it, then I won't forgive him, no. Been thinking about you and me, another kind of chemistry. I got nothing on my Christmas list but you, but you. Santa, won't you forget about it, Santa? I won't forgive you for it, Santa. Won't you forget about it? Been thinking about you and me, another kind of chemistry. I got nothing on my Christmas list but you, but you. Been thinking about you and me, another kind of chemistry. I got nothing on my Christmas list but you, but you.
Here comes the jolly season again with the sleigh bells and choirs singing. But I hear no church bells ringing out for me. This year I've been nothing but good, Santa Claus. I hope you to see and put some big fat golden stars in your book for me. Tell me, Santa, it's Christmas all about love. In that case, can I have the one that I've been dreaming of? Tell me, Santa, it's Christmas about love. It's the only thing on my wish list, that someone special to kiss. People of today need the latest stunt to even start to believe that someone can replace
That took me a bit of work to do. So anyways, the bow looks a little rough right now. It is good enough for me because that was a lot of work. So this is a beautiful live scene, not live scene, but action scene of a YouTube screensaver. It's so beautiful. So I knew I could not do my mantle alone for one thing, but definitely not on camera. This mirror right here I got from Hobby Lobby, 2 years ago, I think, and it is heavy. So my husband put that up for me. This is just a box, sort of like a wood box, and I got this beautiful piece from Hobby Lobby. I really wanted Jesus to be at the center of my decorations. I love my Santa mugs and stuff, but Jesus is the reason for the season, and I absolutely want my home to reflect that. So, oh, come let us adore him. I may put some lights behind it to make it really bright and shiny. Now, I just got these two beautiful, see the rocking horse? Y'all know I love rocking horses. This is an old champagne, brass champagne holder. And I just have some greenery. I put two smaller mirrors behind the big mirror. And I put some graduated vintage brass candlesticks there. I put some greenery coming out here. And I put here's the other brass candles, the one I got yesterday from Mercari. I got two wooden spindle, I don't know if you call them spindle or not, candlesticks there. And then I have another graduated vintage brass candlesticks here. I use some greenery. I think I got this from Home Goods this year. So it's here. Just draped it a couple of times. I had this one. I don't remember where I got it. I got it a few years ago, but it's just Jingle Bells, you know. And this is Hearth in Hand, this one that's draped, and I love the green velvet ribbon on it. I thrifted these two knit stockings a couple of years ago at the Goodwill, and I think that Papa Green is really pretty. And down here I just did, well, first of all, I have a green, I just adore my green ice cream churns. I just love them. They're antique, vintage. And here I have a wicker basket with some blankets, and this is a little doily here coming out. And then I have a pillow here. Here I have a number 10 crock with my Anthropology vase with some greenery coming out. And the other one on the other side on top of a campfire marshmallow tin. And I have some more greenery there. This is just I think it's cedar from Hobby Lobby several years ago. And I have one of my vintage rocking horses there. Here I have a blanket ladder with an old blanket that I got from TJ Maxx several years ago, multiple years ago. And I bought these this year at TJ Maxx Home Goods, and they are absolutely beautiful. And then I hung these little bells. I thrifted these a few years ago. They're just little brass bells, and I just hung them off some jute there. I'm not sure that they're significant enough that you can see them, but it's okay. And then I put a little bit of greenery coming out. Here's, I have a military, what do you call those things? Ammo cartridge here with several of my vintage canes here coming out. They're going to stay where they're going to stay. And I put two of my vintage rocking horses here, and I used the little, this one does not want to stand upright. Put these two little napkin rings around their neck to make them look very festive. I didn't change my tree. I have an olive tree here. This part I am loving this year. I put two of my rocking horses up top. I got this for Christmas last year. It's antique, and I've had this for a few years, but I just love it. I put some bottle brush trees up there, and I thrifted these little trees. They're I think they're Anthropology or Pottery Barn candles that I thrifted from the Goodwill a few years ago. And this greenery I had. And I put this rocking horse, which probably is one of my favorites besides this one. I put it here. This is one that I got at a thrift store, and it's very 80s here, but I love it. Just love it. So it's so sweet there. And I put another one of mine here. And if you'll recall, earlier in the year, I thrifted these, all three of those. And I have a little burlap tree here, and just several. I thrifted these little, I don't know, they're like yarn, I guess. And I just love that look. And again, I put another one of the Hearth and Hand magnolia wreath things around there. Let me let my puppy out. Hold on. And I know the lighting is poor here. It always is. There's no light. I don't know why they didn't put a light in this little hallway, but I made this little, this is a DIY wreath that I got. This I got from the thrift store. These I thrifted years ago, and then this I put together myself. And here again I have my, I love these things. They're oil lamp holders, and I just filled the bottom with vintage cream and white buttons. On this last shelf here, I put my 2 wooden jingle bells from my Texas house from Walmart. Put those there. And I have a little cone tree, pine cone swag, and a little wreath that I got from Target this year. Here I have one of my family Bibles. It's old. I don't like the way it's sitting. It looks like it's trying to break my binding. That's okay. I'll fix that in a minute. And I also have one of my vintage rocking horses here. And I have a dough bowl full of, I love this silver crackle / thrifted, just a variety of silver balls. Some are vintage, some are not. And the wood beads in it look really pretty. And this is one of my Norman Rockwell. And I just love the one with Santa and the little boy on, I don't know if it's Santa. He sure looks like Santa on the rocking horse though. So that is it there. And then here I used a giant pickle jar. I love this pickle jar. And I put my mini mugs, my small Santa mugs in here. There's a bigger one, but it's still small. And I just filled it with all sorts of goodies. Over here you see I have bingo pieces. I have some creamers. I have this little squishy Santa that I got a few years ago. I just love these things, y'all. It just brings me joy. I just love this stuff. And then I have an old crock here with a blanket coming out that I thrifted in an old dough bowl there. And over here I have an old sleigh, whatever you want to call it, sled. I think it's a sled that I got at an antique shop several years ago. I just tied a ribbon, and these are my Texas house stockings. So between the 2 stockings here and the 2 stockings here, we should have the whole family, well, me and my husband and the dogs, we should have them well taken care of. And I still love this very much. My husband put these up here years ago. I bought him this sign. It says, golly, I can barely read it now. In this lighting, I can't really, but it's something about, oh, I see it now, farm equipment, new and used farm equipment, because him and his dad for many, many years ran a farm equipment business, and they sold new and used farm equipment. So it's just got just a tinge of red in it, and it matches this tractor really well, tractor and the little trailer that's with it. Now over here, this is the first time I have ever bought one of these tree skirt things. What do you call those? Tree collars. I always use a tree skirt, but I use this tree collar on top of, I have a very old antique primitive riser. I'm not sure that it's called a riser. I think it's more like a cutting board for like big pieces of meat. It's got cut marks all in it. It's so cool. I got this tree, I believe last year or the year before, from, I don't know, maybe Michael's. And my star is up there. And I'm so not proud of it because it's pitiful. But my husband has to fix that for me. I do not know. I've always, well, except for when the kids were little, I always put their handmade ornaments and all. My mom passed away several years ago, and I would love love to get all her old ornaments from when my brother and I were kids, because my brother doesn't have a family, and he's the only one I have left in my family. But I would love to get those ornaments and put on. But right now, I really, really like to keep it plain with the star looking pretty. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. I do have some pretty bows that I may put on it. And here I have my child's desk, school desk that I bought several years ago. Actually, my husband gifted it to me probably closer to 20 years ago. And I love it. I recently, in the last year, used the technique with the oven cleaner and made it much lighter, and I like it so much better. I have a pillow I'm going to put on it, but here's a small collection of some antique horses, especially this one. It's a pull horse, and he kind of bucks up and down when you, it's so cute. And then I have this one, and it's got my puppy, my youngest dog. It's got his collar on it that's leather, and it's got his little name. If you can see, Roscoe Ray. And so it's, I love this. I put some little rusty bells on it too. So it's very Christmassy. And let me put that pillow there. And I got this beautiful pillow from Michael's this year. They were having an incredible sale, so I think that looks great there. Bless you, baby. This is the entryway here. I put an old Bible with a candle and a brass candle holder just with some greenery. Went up a little bell here. I thrifted these last week. They're little brass faux musical instruments, I guess. Here's my crooked candles. I think I'll just take these out because these just are not doing it justice. And I have some greenery coming out of a holiday greens bucket here, Tree Farm. And some snowshoes there, and some dried hydrangeas with some pine coming out. And over here on my entryway table, I have just an old basket and some child's ice skates. I have a pretty candle, a pair of Pottery Barn candles I got last year from the thrift store. I have a jar of, all these are gingerbread men, or women, I guess. Cracker Jack tin with some greenery. and berries coming out. A Santa mug with a little mini tree. Here's a big dough bowl with vintage ornaments and pine cones in it. And I thrifted these sweet little bells. Show you. They're so sweet. I thrifted these a few years ago. And I think my mom gave this to me years ago. I thrifted it. I'm sorry. My mom had one too. She was a ceramics instructor years and years and years ago. So I remember doing one in class with her. Man, I wish I still had those. Isn't he just handsome though? More of those bells. Anyways, that is all, my friends, and I hope you guys enjoyed my living room tour and for Christmas, and I hope y'all have a lovely, wonderful day. I also wanted to, hi Pootie. Hi Pootie. Pootie's trying to get comfortable. Also wanted to show you again, I don't know if I showed y'all this, but this is just a silver bowl, like a, I don't know what kind of bowl, but I thrifted it years ago, and these are some new vintage looking ornaments. My brown paper package is tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things in my old typewriter here. And a picture of my hubby and I with, lots of dust on it. And my hubby and I and Louie. Our sweet, sweet dog that made it to 17. I also added a very vintage Santa and Mrs. Claus salt and pepper shaker. And this is the last little bit in the living room. I put my new vintage Anna Lee Mr. Claus, Santa Claus, and Mrs. Claus on top of some wooden spindle candle holders. My old Santa head there. And I made a tree, a book tree. And there's a star behind it. I guess I need to turn on my star light to show y'all. This is a vintage clock that my husband and I redid. Here it is with the light.